we see a horse-drawn car. An old man was driving it and our main character Tae-yunj was sitting inside it. And he has done everything in these 3 days. He has gone to the limit, but still, the result remains the same. He can't log out, so now I am stuck in a VR game called MURIM. And this is a game of martial arts, and I can't log out in it. And if I die in the game, I will die in real life. I was sitting comfortably at first. I thought that someone will save me from outside, but nothing happened. Then I realized that this is a very high chance that no one will save me. But still there is a chance. The user manual said that the player can't log out on his own. This means that there will be some conditions of this game, after completing which I can log out. So after going into depression for 3 days, I found a solution. I will have to focus on completing these quests, so that I am level up. And to do this, I will have to find a place where my life is not in danger, where many people are ready to help me. And I know where that place is. Okay, if I stay calm and focus, then I will be able to reach my real world. I can do it. Quest menu is open. There is a window pop up. It was written that do you want to start the second tutorial? Tyrone says yes. His second tutorial quest was to put the status point that the system has given into his ability. Tyrone says that the objective this time is not that difficult. Open the character profile. His character profile is open. His level was 10. His name is Jin Tyrone, and he is a third-rate warrior. His fame is 0, and his past title is the son of a noble and the shame of the family. His strength, agility, charm, stamina, intelligence, and everything is 10 points. And now he has some points left. Tyrone says that what is this? In this mural, I am the youngest son of a reputable family, and I am just a third-rate warrior, and he is just level 10. Are you kidding me? And then he sees the title of shame of the family. Then he understands. So if that is the case, then I will be happy that I will be able to increase my strength. I will have to be very careful how to spend my points. I will have to be careful and spend all these points. First of all, I will put 1 point in the key, but the system is window pop-up. It was written in it that you can only increase the key by training, and through spiritual elixirs and special items, you can put points in such a system. Tyrone says that seriously, you should have told me before, and now I am going to skip the key. And I think I need intelligence and charm now. Now I have to focus on survival. So I will put 30 points in strength, 30 in stamina, and 40 in agility. He uses all the points, and then he says that what is happening. And then after a while, he opens his eyes. He was in shock. He says that awakening is the same awakening that happened to me 7 years ago. And why am I awakening here? The system is window pop-up. It was written in it that you have become a second-rate warrior. You have completed the second quest of the system. Tyrone says that first I have to focus on my present situation. Open the system skills. Window pop-up is the same cultivation. The family's cultivation technique was unavailable. His martial arts, family speed technique, family footwork technique were all unavailable, because he has not practiced these techniques for a very long time. That's why he has forgotten everything. And because of this, the poor soul has left. Are you serious? First I have to calm myself. First I have to practice martial arts so that I can calm myself. And now where should I put my ability points? The internal state is the construction of veins, tendons, and all this is necessary to maintain the internal force. And as far as the physical state is concerned, it has the structure of bones, muscles, and it is necessary to maintain a strong internal force. And in my world, I was an F-rank hunter, and the fighting style that I developed in these 7 years is very similar to external forces. And the use of magic and manipulating auras, they all come in the internal force. And I can never produce all this with my skills. That's why it is most important that I should choose it so that I am very familiar with it, so that I can increase my chance of survival. And he puts 60 points in the physical state and 40 points in the internal state. And then he feels something. His bones start to break. His nerves start to appear in his body. He screams a little bit because of the pain. And after a while, all his sweat starts to drip. He looks at his body to see what has happened. He got 6 packs. This strength has come to me so much. This place is very different from the real world. With the help of this system, I can become stronger. And I also have a 7-year experience of battle. I don't know what the limit of this power is, but I will use it with courage and survive here. Taeyong says to open inventory. The system opens inventory. There was only one thing in his inventory. That was his clothes. Those were clothes of rank 3rd. They had no effect, but they were made of light and strong clothes, and they were suitable for beginners. Taeyong immediately wears that item. Taeyong says that wow, this will be very useful when I will raid. The system gives 3 pop-ups. The first was that he equipped this item and completed the first objective. And you have completed part 2 of the tutorial. and you are going to get a reward now. And now you can complete part 3 of the tutorial. Taeyong says that, oh shit, I got a reward. Open inventory. He sees that he got a keen spear. That was second rate. And if he hits someone directly with that spear, then his 5% chance was that he will kill someone. Taeyong says that why didn't I get a better item than this? Then he says to equip this item. That spear comes in his hand. The system gets window pop up. And it was written in it that your tutorial part 3 has started. And you get ready. Taeyong says that prepare. For what? Then the horse that was driving from outside. He says that Master Jin. Taeyong says that yes. He says that it feels like a small problem has come in front of us. Taeyong takes his head out and says, what do you mean? System window pop up again. It was written in it that you have come to know that how to become stronger from the system. But it is always best that you practice it, whatever you have learned. And your task is to teach these dacoits a lesson, whatever will come in front of you. After completing the quest, he will get a reward, full recovery and chain quest progression. And if the quest fails, then he will get death as punishment. His god Suar says that this is our small problem. And he points towards those dacoits. Jang Sam is a dacoit. He is a person who has never stepped out of these 5 great mountains. And when he was 20 years old, he became a leader of the group of dacoits. And he used to force travelers to collect tolls. Otherwise, Jang Sam will become very strong. And like every day, he and his people were roaming in search of people in the morning. And as it is, they got the horse car of the tycoon. Jang Sam says that seeing them, it seems that they have a lot of money. It seems that the luck is on our side today. And now we come to the present. Jang Sam shouts and says that whatever you have, hand it over to us. His god Suar says that they are all 6 together. And it seems that these people have deliberately attacked us. Tycoon is very scared. They are 6. But his god Suar was not scared at all. He says that dacoits like this are just common things here. But this is my first time that I am seeing them in this region. Tycoon says that why? God Suar says that because outside these 5 great mountains, it is like a suicide for them, that they attack a member of a martial art family. And these people have become so brave that they have decided to steal in the territory of the family. Tycoon says in his mind that it is because these people have been sent in the tutorial, and they are side characters. Then he thinks that does this old man have some kind of way? Has he hidden something? He is not even a little scared in this situation. Then he says that should I handle these people alone? Tycoon says in his mind that okay, because he is a martial master. This is not a normal god Suar. As I thought about Volvo, he has sent me with a great martial master. How much does she think about me? Then Jang Sam shouts and says that you bastards, didn't you hear what I said? Then god Suar says that you are so stubborn. A dacoit like you is blocking our way. You should take out your eyes for all the bad things you have done. And you should cut into small pieces of your body and feed it to the scorpion crows, and I will kill the next 9 generations. The dacoit Jang Sam was quietly listening to all this, and then he says that as your threat has gone to the cemetery, are you taking the king with you? Let me see his face. Who is he? God Suar says that you will regret saying this very soon, because after seeing his face, people do not survive. Jang Sam says that okay, I understood. Now hurry up and show me who that bastard is. God Suar says that you are so stubborn. But he was looking out the window and in his mind he says that now I will finally be able to see the skills of a martial master. He was looking at all this. Then God Suar presses the smoke and runs back. Then in his mind he says what is happening? Why is he coming back? And God Suar bows in front of him and says that it seems that now you have to come out and teach him a lesson. Then he says what? Me? And God Suar opens his gate and says that these people should know what they are doing. You show them your dangerous powers that you have. These people have stopped the young master because these people have never seen the true power of a martial master. You should teach them a good lesson. I have heard many of your stories. When you were 20 years old, you had become a genius swordsman who had reached the peak of the MURIM world. And hearing these stories of yours, the young master's heart was filled with pride. God Suar says that who is this old man talking about? Taeyong says that I think you have misunderstood something. And God Suar turns towards those dacoits and says that you bastards, don't you know who this man is? He is the 2nd son of the Jin family. Taeyong says that wait, I am not the 2nd son. But God Suar listens and says that he is the heavenly Jin blade. Master Jin Mukhail. Taeyong says that I am Taeyong. And God Suar says that what did you say? Taeyong says that I have been trying to tell you since when that I am not Jin Mu, I am Jin Taeyong. And God Suar says that Jin Taeyong, that you are talking about that useless 3rd son. He says yes, and God Suar, who was God Suar, gets confused hearing this. Taeyong says that I was the one who said that I thought this old man was a martial master. Those dacoits start laughing loudly. Jin Sang says that I don't know that you are really the 3rd son, but I will leave you alive if you listen to us. But Taeyong looks at the system window. If he fails this quest, he will die. He walks towards the bandits and cuts through all the bandits in an instant after getting his spear from the inventory. His fame is surely going to rise now. Taeyong remembers that he had a discussion with Jinho about the VR game's time manipulation, which means that his friend should definitely have woken up in the real world. He starts hoping that Jinho will eventually wake him up and declines the 4th tutorial quest, but ends up finding out that he can't really do that. The quest gets accepted automatically when he meets an old man, who helps him achieve his ki circulation while he arrives at his family's estate. Taeyong has to accept the main quest when he arrives at the Jin family's estate and activates his ki sense, and gets happy when he finds out that he can leave the game after completing a number of quests. He meets Mu Jin, the gatekeeper of the estate, who treats him like a stranger at his own house. Mu Jin is clearly upset about Taeyong stealing from his family's finds to spend his nights at the expensive brothels, and the two end up fighting. Later, Taeyong's brother, Jin Wikyung, finds out about his little brawl and looks quite happy for some reason. He says, "Who are you?" That lord says that, "No, I think my younger brother got a head injury." "Doctor, where is the doctor? Don't you really remember anything? You have forgotten everything." Taeyong says no. That lord says a little bit. Taeyong says in his mind that I will show that I don't know anything. This is the best choice for me now. The lord says that you will remember what I just said to you. Taeyong says, "What do you mean?" That lord says that my name is Jin Wikyung, lesser head of the family, and you are 35 years old, single. Now we will call this Lord Wikyung. Wikyung says, "and parents." Taeyong says that father is now traveling in mainland, and mother has died 10 years ago. Wikyung says, "Very good." And about the second brother, Taeyong says that Heavenly Jin Blade. Wikyung is 25 years old, and now he is a disciple of Heavenly Gate Temple. Wikyung says, "Very good. But 1 minute, Heavenly Jin Blade. I don't remember when I told you this." Taeyong says, "Ouch, my head. My head is hurting." Wikyung says, "Oh no, my brother, younger brother." Doctor says that this is just a little bit of wound mark, and it has healed. In a few days it will disappear on its own. And then Taeyong gets life from there. And one person says that, "Young master, I will leave you to my room." Then he gets life. Taeyong says in his mind that, did Wikyung send him so that he can understand everything? He says that we are from today. Your bedroom is on the 2nd floor, and there are many servants in your service. And if you need anything, you can ask me. And now I am going. Taeyong steps inside and says, "Wow. In my real world I am Taeyong. I sleep on the ground. But in this world this Taeyong, in such a big room, and in such a big place. Just see what is in this house." He opens the gate, and the whole show is done. He sees many clothes, all premium quality. Taeyong says that, this guy was a fashion addict bastard. He has made the 1st floor full of clothes. I hope that this 2nd room will not be full of clothes. The gate opens, and there were many books in it. Taeyong says that I got it. Then he picks up a book. His name is 3 Feet Techniques of War. Then the system window pop up, and in it everything about this skill is told. And then the second system pop up. It was written that, "Do you want to learn this martial art?" Taeyong says that, "Oh no, I forgot. This system will help me to learn martial art. In this way my life will be very easy." Yes, 1 minute. What is this? 3 out of 10. Means I already have 3 techniques, and I can't learn more than 10 techniques. This also has a limit. If this is the case, then he throws that book. Just see how many books are here, how many martial arts, and I will not use my system skill to learn a lower 3rd-rate martial art. I will just learn the best martial art. He picks up another book. Great Material of the Night King. System pop up, and it was written that this is not a martial art book. This is an erotic novel. Just see how his face has become. He must be thinking, who hid this in martial art? On the other hand, VQ, the biggest brother, he starts working and resting. His subordinate says, "You did a very good job today, my lord." Then he goes. His subordinate, he throws his clothes and says, "It is very cold today, my lord." VQ says, "Thanks. If you weren't there, I would have always been on the bed." He says, "What can I say now? Now at this point, I have become your wife." VQ says, "Don't say that. That old man is already making pressure to marry me." And then he starts thinking about a girl. And in his mind he says, "Now in the end I will have to get married. For my family." Then he realizes, in one house, there was a light in it. His subordinate says, "This is the house of the 3rd young master." VQ says, "You are right. It's been so long. And the candles are still burning." His subordinate says, "My lord, you can meet him again. I am sure that he is pretending to lose his memory. And now he must have lost his memory." There is a sound in his room. His subordinate says, I underestimated this third young master. I can't believe it. This man brought a girl here. His subordinate's name is Viping. Viping says, listen to this sound. I bet my salary on this month. There is no doubt in it. What else is he doing? Viping also comes and says, now I don't want to see such things, but now the Lord is forcing me, so I will see. And when he sees, he says, what? He was shocked, and when the subordinate puts his foot gets a bruise, and he falls down from the tree. VQ says, who has made such a bad martial art? Viping, he says, yes my lord. The Lord smiles, and says, you said it yourself, and you will not get this month's salary. Now the subordinate's footwork technique, I am very tired. Then he drinks water. Then he spits out all the books. I don't believe it. In the collection of so many books, there is only one book, which is nada, and then the system starts helping him. If his foot is a little sad, then the system fails him, and after working very hard, he starts getting angry, and then the subordinate says, is it morning now? Even after using the system, it took me half a day to learn it, and how long will it take me to learn the speed technique? But today is my 5th day in this world. What are these people doing? How much time has increased here? After all, how much time must have happened outside? But now I have to focus on the things I can do. What is this? What is hidden in the back room? The subordinate starts practicing. Then a person comes and says, young master, you are awake. The subordinate says, yes, I didn't sleep at night. In his mind he says, since I have been practicing martial arts, I am sure that my mind has become very sharp and clear, and I don't get tired so quickly, and I am not even getting the pain of the injury. Then he asks about the training room, but he doesn't answer. In his mind he says, this is a very bad game. The graphics are very good, but I don't like to talk to a person of my age with such insolence. I am feeling bad. He says, young master, what do you want? The same person goes to the Lord. He says, you can go. And when he goes, he jumps out of joy. Today is such a happy day. Today I am not going to work. Viping says, what happened? My lord, if those people hear about your case, then we can get into trouble. Viping says, my younger brother is trying to learn martial arts, and now how can I work in this situation? Viping says, do you know what is more important than this? Current issues that are happening with the elder. Then Viping gets scared, and he says, that old man, he is so annoying. Viping says, my lord, should I say something? Viping says, no, I don't want to talk to him. Viping says, so I decline. This is the 5th time. When he stole money from the family fund, I am not even counting that he stole other things, and if we had gone with the family, then we should have finished him by now. And this is a miracle that he is still alive. Vicky says, why are you saying this now? Viping says, I am just telling the truth. Now we are talking about him, so you can go to the family and ask something. Everyone thinks about him. My lord, you see him as your younger brother, but everyone hates him for the rest. Vicky says, do you want to have anything to do with my brother? How can you talk like this? Viping says, I am very frustrated. My lord, very frustrated, because whatever the third young master has done, you are slowly coming down in the position from the rest of the elders. Vicky says nothing. Viping says, and the elders, they know everything about the third young master, that he is getting money from the family allowance, and with that money, he troubles the family. Vicky gets angry and says, you are a very bad person. I can never forgive them. Then he calms down. Viping says, I just wanted to say this. You should treat a man like a man. Vicky says, this will be the last chance. Viping says, wait my lord. Vicky says, I have already told you. Now he is just a child, and he has lost his memory, and now he will become a different person because of him. That you can't say that he has become different. Viping thinks in his mind that this is right, that he is behaving differently. He was learning martial arts, which he had never done before. Vicky says, and he says, Viping, I have an idea. Make an order in my name. The scene gets cut, and Viping, he reads the order, that you have broken the sacred law of the Jin family. Your young master Jin Tai Young, is given a punishment, that he will be released for training in a cave. Tai Young starts laughing, and when the guards go to tie him up, then he starts laughing more loudly. He says, what does your mother mean? I just ask you people for an empty room to train. I told him that you put me in jail so that I can go to jail and train. And what was the last part? For how long will I be kept in jail? Have you people gone mad? Viping says, wait, your young master, calm down. First listen what I am going to say. Tai Young lies on the ground and starts crying like a child and says, don't listen to me. I don't care. I am not going. I will train here in the open. I don't want to go. Viping says, your young master, enough. Stand up. Tai Young is shocked because he hears Viping's voice in his mind. Viping says, "This is spiritual sense, and you don't fear. Listen to what I am saying." Tai Young says, "Spiritual sense. He can only be a martial master." Viping says, "Because of your ideas, you won't know, but don't think that you have done a lot of deeds, and it is also possible that you got more punishment than him. That's why, the lesser family head, he has decided that he will take this matter in his hands.